Hey everyone, Nikki Sharp here and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about how to maximize working from home, because if you're one of the 275 million Americans right now, and actually across the world, you are being forced to stay at home during this quarantine, during the coronavirus, and life has gotten a little bit upside down. And so I wanted to share my top tips because I've received a lot of questions about this. So I'm going to explain to you and share all of the tips and tools that I use. I've actually been working from home for many years, and so these are things that I've found to be the most effective, as well as things that research has shown to help you maximize productivity. So without further ado, here's how to maximize productivity while you're working at home. Your routine might have been thrown in the air because you were used to getting up at a certain time, either getting the kids ready or getting yourself ready, heading out the door and going to work. Obviously, that's not the case anymore. And so the first thing when it comes to maximizing productivity is to keep a routine Monday to Friday. So I want you to go to bed at the same time as possible every night and wake up nearly at the same time. So why is this effective? Well, keeping a routine is going to help your body into the certain rhythms. It's really easy to get all over the place, start to wake up late, not change, keep your pajamas on, and just go about your day, which actually leads you to start to go into a little bit of a tailspin of not feeling super good about life, possibly checking the news too often. And so having a routine that's similar to what you had before you were home is going to be super effective and also very important. This means getting up at, let's say, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever works for you at this moment, brushing your teeth, having your coffee, doing all the things that you would have normally done. And then as soon as you brush your teeth, put on a different pair of clothes. So this is tip number 2 of make sure that you are changing out of your pajamas into regular clothes throughout the day. So this is going to be effective because when we wear the same clothes that we go to bed, it actually doesn't signal to our brains that there's a switch going on. And so it keeps us in a state of relaxation, wanting to sit on the couch, watch TV. Instead, we need to be focusing on our work, getting things done. And while your life will have changed, obviously, this is going to be highly effective in terms of just getting you into the right state of mind. So for me, I personally always put on shoes, and maybe you don't like shoes in the house, that's fine, but get yourself dressed up in something that makes you feel good. So this could be a pair of jeans, a belt, a nice top, maybe even a blazer. And I know that you may not want to, and it can seem nice to just go about your day working, in pajamas, which is fine maybe once a week. But the more that you get into a routine of waking up, having your breakfast, brushing your teeth, and then going to work by changing, you're actually going to find that you become far more effective in everything that you're doing. So the third tip here is actually where you're going to be working from. Now, I found this really interesting. Marie Kondo, who I'm sure you guys have heard of her, she's an organization expert. She has said that you should never work from soft spaces while you're working from home. You should always try to find a hard surface. So this would mean a tabletop, a desk, rather than laying in bed and using your legs, or for example, sitting on the couch. This is just going to help, again, get yourself in the same state of mind as you would when you're at work. And all of these little tips and tricks are going to help you maximize productivity. This can obviously be a little challenging if you have a smaller house or apartment. The way that I've been doing it, for example, I have the island of where the kitchen is. So the kitchen's on the back side here, and then I have an island where I work from. I also have the desk for dinner, which I use as a desk during the day, and then I clear it up, make dinner. It's important to find a space that works for you and go there regularly, which leads me to tip number 4, which is to listen to the same music every single day. Now, you might be thinking, Nikki, that sounds terrible. Why would I want to do that? And research has actually shown that if you listen to the same music, I do recommend without lyrics because lyrics can distract you. But if you listen to the same music with the same rhythm and the same beats, it actually helps to boost your productivity. Interesting, huh? So I like to listen to coffee table jazz or classical music, and it's important to listen to the same playlist every day. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't listen to other music, but if you're really trying to get into the zone, this is going to really, really help you and help the mind just laser focus in whatever you need to do. The other thing about listening to this repetitive style music of such as classical is that it helps you finish mundane, boring tasks quicker and more efficiently. So that's important to know if you have something, like a task that you just don't really want to do, a paper, or maybe you just need to do household chores. So tip number 5 is organization when it comes to your day. Now, I have been asked a lot about how do I keep myself organized day to day. I often do little posts on Instagram showing that I'm journaling in the morning and I'm getting myself ready. So I want to show you the planner that I use. Now, this is in no way, the planner that you need to use, but I did a lot of research as to which ones I think would work best. So I use this one. It's called the Panda Planner. You can see a little panda on there. The reason that I like this is because it has a blank calendar for the month that you can write in, and I'll show you the example of a blank one here. The next one is they have weekly calendars that you break down, and so it's, what are the big projects you need to do per week. I really like the day calendar here because it has different prompts for you. So if you guys have ever done the five-minute journal, I believe it's called, it has you saying, what are you grateful for, different prompts. This one is kind of an all-in-one, and it has what am I grateful for, what am I excited about, what's an affirmation, my focus, and exercise. I really like those because it just helps my mind get started in the right way. And then I write down what my priorities are, that any sort of tasks that I need to do outside of that, and then I get to create a schedule of what I do. It really is just finding what works for you, but I do believe using a planner is one of the most essential things. So the next tip that I was going to mention is 52-17. Now, what does that mean? 52-17 is actually the time that research has shown for you to be most effective. So you work for increments of 52 minutes, so you set a timer, and then once that goes off, you do 17 minutes as a break of whatever you need to do. You check your phone, and so that also leads to the next tip, which is cut out distractions. So during the 52 minutes that you're doing, you want to cut out your cell phone. You don't want to respond to things. Turn it on airplane mode. There's no social media during this time. There's no television, no news. 52 minutes, you are focused on whatever your task is. And again, if you're using something like this, you go through your priorities of what is most important at each moment of the day. And I do that while listening to classical music. And I find that I just become super productive every single day. Now, the last tip that I want to give you is I don't want you to beat yourself up and try to be perfect right now. And the reason I share that is because I know that it can be really tough right now if you feel that you should be doing everything perfectly or doing all the workouts. Even for myself, I've like a huge list of books that I want to be reading. And the most important thing really is just to keep yourself as focused as you can and not beat yourself up if you don't do it perfectly, because there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos, and it's just a matter of doing the best you can every single day. So I hope that these tips help you to maximize your productivity if you're working from home. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Nikki Sharp, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you have any questions, drop them below and I will answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys soon.